Hey guys, welcome to the video. So today I'd like to show you one of my favorite weight loss meals. It's a chicken stir fry. It's quick and easy and low in calories. So I've got all the things I'm going to use for this recipe in front of me here. So first of all, you need a good non-stick wok. So I got this from Amazon, about £30. You need a good non-stick wok to be able to use less oil, and that reduces the calories. So obviously it's a chicken stir fry, so I've got chicken in front of me, that's 150 grams of chicken. I've got 150 grams of courgette, a pepper, this should be 200 grams of mushrooms, but I've run out, there's only about 100 there, and 200 grams of broccoli. Now, you don't always need to weigh your food to know how much you're eating. You can use your hands just as well to judge the amount that you're eating. So with a protein source, you can use the size and thickness of your palm. So that's the size and thickness of the chicken breast here. With the vegetables, you can use a closed fist. So that's a closed fist of courgette, a closed fist of pepper, and this would be a bit more if it was 200 grams, but a closed fist of mushrooms and a good closed fist of broccoli there. So with the actual amount you're eating, this recipe is 400 calories. And it's a lot of food, so you'll see how much it is once I've cooked it. For a person that eats less, you can use less. So with the vegetables, go for 2 to 4 fist sizes. So maybe if you eat less, go for 2 fists. If you eat more, go for 4. It's obviously going to change the amount of calories. With the oil here, I'm using coconut oil. You can easily use olive oil if you want to as well. I've gone for 10 grams, which would be just a bit less than a tablespoon. And for flavouring, I've gone simple: salt, some curry powder, a stock cube, and some ginger. So I'll just cut these things up, and then you can follow me over here and I'll start cooking the recipe. So I forgot to say that it's really important to have everything evenly chopped so it cooks evenly while you're stir frying it. Things that might cook a bit slower, like broccoli and pepper, because they're slightly harder, I'm going to put in the microwave just for a few minutes just to get it as soft as the mushroom and the courgette here. So follow me over here and I'll get the stir fry going. Right, so heat's on really high. Pop the oil in. This is coconut oil. As I said, you can use olive oil as well. Let that melt for like a minute. Move it around the pan just to get it covering all the surface. So you want this to be as hot as possible. Just get it melted quickly. So once that is melted, chuck the chicken in. And then you want to put a bit of salt on it, curry powder, and the chicken stock cube. And then just mix that in and start it frying. After a few seconds, you want to just turn over the chicken pieces just to get the other sides cooked. Turn them all over. Once that is done, you can throw in the other ingredients, so the courgette and mushrooms. And I cut my ginger as well, that's going in. And my microwaved broccoli and pepper as well. So as you can hear, it's starting to sizzle away. And now you just want to mix it. Get all that flavour mixed through. You might want to put a bit of salt on it, extra salt. And a bit of extra curry powder depending on your taste. And the idea is now just keep the heat high and just mix it through. Get it cooking. This should take less than 10 minutes. So every now and again you can leave it for 20 seconds or so. Just let the heat build up in there. And then mix it through again. So the idea is just to repeat that for a few minutes as it all cooks, as it all starts to absorb the flavour. And remember, the heat has to stay on high. And as this is a good non-stick wok, although everything's absorbed the oil, it's not sticking at all. It's starting to cook nicely. And it doesn't have to be these vegetables if you don't like them. Just pick 3 or 4 vegetables that you do like, cut them to similar sizes, and if any of them are harder, like I said, put them in the microwave for a few minutes to soften them, just so they evenly cook in the short cooking time of a stir fry. So the same with the meat. So the same with the meats, you don't need to use chicken, you can use fish, you can use beef, you can use a number of different things. So at this stage I usually like to also add a bit of spinach as well, just to add a bit of extra bulk, but I don't have any. That's an option. It's not necessary, but can just increase the amount of vitamins, increase the amount of bulk in a meal, and I like it, so that's why I do it. So we are nearing completion. I'm just going to leave this for about 30 seconds more, give it another stir, and then I think it will be done. You should start to see some of the juice coming out of the vegetables, so that's when you know it's going pretty well, because there's a little bit of liquid in the bottom, which is not the fat, it's the water that's coming out of the vegetables. So you know they've softened up and stir fry is pretty much ready. So that's the stir fry done. You then just transfer it to a bowl. As you can see, this is a lot of food, so it's nice and filling. It's got lots of vitamins and minerals in the vegetables and a good protein source in the chicken. So just to finish it off, you can also just put a bit of pepper on it as well if you want to, just for extra flavour. But there we go, a quick and easy meal in around 10 minutes, lots of nutrients and low calories.